What was that hospital like where that brutal crime took place in Kolkata, which was supposed to be the safest, where vulnerable people and patients come? The first images on your screen of that hospital in Kolkata and the crime scene. This was the seminar hall where the doctor decided to take a breather after an exhausting duty. She decided to just lie down for a moment of rest before she could go back to her public service and to help the patients recover and be treated. This was where, for some reason, the man found out that there was this woman doctor sleeping and brutalized her with enough time at hand to not only indulge in the torture and rape, but also murder her. The inside images of the RG Kar Hospital Seminar Hall. And remember, this is also a reminder of how the doctors do not have proper places to take a moment of rest. There should be proper rooms, comfortable, safe spaces where a woman doctor should be able to just go and take a nap. But she had to choose the seminar hall because clearly there were not other safe spaces, enough spaces for them. And even this was not safe enough. Indrajit Kundu is joining me for the latest on that. Indrajit, this clearly looks like where it would be a classroom, isn't it? And reflective of how perhaps even this wasn't safe enough.
Well, Pooja, that's right. You know, the visuals that we are putting out on India Today right now, these are the first visuals of the crime scene, the horrific, horrendous crime that has shaken Kolkata and the entire nation was committed at this very seminar hall. This is the seminar hall of the RG Kar Medical College and Hospital. It is right next to the chest department. It is the chest department in which the student, the medical doctor, young doctor, 31-year-old, she was a PhD student. And what we were given to understand is that this is the seminar hall in which doctors who were on overnight duty, especially female doctors, they would take shelter. They would take a break. They would come there to, have a meal. They would perhaps study, and they would take a nap or rest. This is the hall. You can see, if you closely monitor the visuals, there are several doors. Some of the doors are locked from inside, and there is a location which we can't show right now because the visual that we are showing you on air, at the end of the visual, tragically, it does show the lifeless body of Kolkata's Nirbhaya lying there. We can't show that visual right now. It's horrific. The visual, the entire length of the visual that we have right now. We can't show it to our audiences. But this is the crime scene. This is where the horrific crime took place. The big question right now in front of everybody is that was this crime the handiwork of one single person as being claimed by the Kolkata police till now? Remember, this case has been handed over to the Central Bureau of Investigation.
Also, Indrajit, when I look at these visuals, like you're correctly pointing out, we are taking utmost caution because we understand it's the crime scene. So we're showing and using extreme discretion with what we show. But also, Indrajit, when I look at this visual, this clearly to think that a man would know somebody was sleeping here, was it just too much of a coincidence? Was he told by someone? I think there are a lot of layers that will have to be questioned on this.
That's right. The man who has been arrested, Sanjay Rai, he is a civic volunteer, as we have been told, and he had free access. So look, this is a seminar hall where all, anybody and everybody wouldn't have free access. Only somebody who looked like and seemed like an insider to the hospital. It's a huge hospital premises. It's a big structure. It's a government hospital. There are multiple rooms, several wards, several floors. It's a multi-story building. For somebody to know the seminar hall, for somebody to enter the seminar hall, seemed like and suggest that it was somebody who is of an insider. What we are given to understand from various sources that we have spoken to at the hospital and students who are agitating right now is that this guy who has been arrested was some sort of an insider. He was a civic volunteer, somebody who would be helping out police in that location. But he also used to work as a local scout, helping out patients to get entry and others. So he knew this geography very well. He knew the hospital very well. And this is where the crime took place. We were given to understand from police officers that the lady doctor, the victim, unfortunately, she was taking a break there. She had a meal inside this room. These were her last moments. And then she was preparing some notes. She was studying. There were some books lying there. And then she perhaps took a nap. She fell asleep. That is when this crime took place. So the heinous crime took place when she was apparently unaware. I mean, these are initial investigation reports that we are given to understand.
Which means, Indrajit, which means that possibly that man knew that there could have been doctors earlier as well, that it was a familiar spot for many women doctors or anyone else to be just taking a nap and a moment of rest. Just stay on with me as we describe. Look at this. It's a classroom, but you also see some bed in that area. This is from the 9th of August when the incident has taken place, the moment when the body was discovered, and India Today has accessed this visual. Likely this has been taken when the officials realized, when the death was confirmed, that is when this video was taken. And possibly even before there were senior officials who've reached here. You can look at the beds that are there, which looks like possibly someone would take rest in the area. It's a seminar hall. It was like a classroom. This should have been the safest space, not a crime scene. And that is reflective of how the kind of evil minds that are there who are even allowed into hospitals like that. Indrajit, as you bring us this visual, I think it's very important for the viewer maybe wondering why this visual is on the screen. It's to help understand that even a classroom space like this in a hospital for a doctor is not safe. But is this open to everyone? Would it be open to any volunteer also who can just come inside, Indrajit?
Well, what we have been given to understand by students is that this was a free access for the students because they used to use this room as for their recess time, take a break, take a nap. This is now, of course, out of bounds from the general public right now because this is the crime scene. There might be crucial evidence lying there, so it has been sealed. Now that the CBI team has landed, Pooja, just a short while back, the CBI team has landed at the Kolkata airport, and they're expected to visit this very crime scene, the one that is being shown, we are airing on India Today right now. This is the exact crime scene where the CBI team will now be visiting. They will first be visiting the Kolkata police headquarters. They will take handover of the case files, and then they will be also visiting this crime scene. This is where, a lot of mystery surrounding this case, perhaps answers to which may lie here. We don't know whether there was one single perpetrator as being claimed by the Kolkata police. You remember the West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee? She had set a deadline till Sunday. She had initially said after meeting the family that if the Kolkata police did not track this case by Sunday, it would be handed over to the CBI. It's a different matter that the Calcutta High Court has now transferred the case to the CBI. So the task is cut out for the central team. They will have to come here, gather evidence, and see that this is a room which was also, in a sense, you see, it was used as almost also as a storeroom with a lot of some medical unit equipment, some beds, that are also lying in this room. And it doesn't look like a room which was not being used. It does look like a room which was in regular use. There is a dustbin, there is a desk, there is a table, there are multiple chairs, there are some patient beds that are lying, unused beds that are lying. So it looks like a room, it's a seminar room nonetheless, where events are to generally be held. Seminars will be conducted, large classes may have been conducted, special classes. But it's also a room which has free access of doctors, who were practicing at this very hospital. And we were given to understand that the crime took place in the wee hours of the morning. It's very late in the night. So that is the time when one can expect that this would be a
fairly empty.
Place.